This is Nance from Nance Eats Plants, my new corny title, but it fits. I eat plants. I'm Nance. So thanks for visiting. I hope you visited before, but if not, welcome. And let me know if this has been worth your time or not. I am a rookie YouTuber and need all the input, constructive input, that people will take a moment or two to share with me. So thanks for that. This video is about my favorite meal choices as a vegan or plant-based person, whichever label or non-label that you prefer. If you're in my age group, let's just say you've been around the block a few times, you have lost and found pounds many times over, or at least this old gal sure has. So one of the beautiful things I found out about going plant-based was, one, I loved the meal choice, or the meal options and the new recipes and the fun of loving it all. It has been an adventure, continues to be. But I also found out that I lost weight very quickly, never wanted to go back. There's no other diet I've ever tried in all my years that I didn't want to get over with as soon as possible, as soon as I'd met my goal, hopefully. But with going plant-based, going vegan, which I did overnight, unplanned, that's in another video, I just never have wanted to go back. I feel too good. There are too many benefits for the environment, for animals, my health, which have been proven by lab work, etc. So it's been easy for me, but I have lost and found before that many, many pounds. Now, with that said, have I gained pounds being a vegan? Well, I went through a little year or two, I guess, maybe a little more, of forgetting some common sense wisdom and eating too many chips and eating too many desserts. So when I finally cut both of those out of my life for a while, and I also cut alcohol out a little over a year ago now, but when I finally cut chips and desserts out, I shed those unwanted but invited pounds because of my lack of common sense with eating. So the lesson there, yes, you can gain weight as a vegan. And yes, you still have to make common sense, wise choices of what you're fueling your body with. And if you fuel it with lots of sugar and sweets and stuff, or too many chips as I did, well, there will be a price to pay. So at some point, hopefully, you will catch yourself in the act and reverse and shed those pounds and get back to really wise eating. But the great part about plant-based is delicious eating. So it's just still not a chore. Will I give up desserts for life? Heck no. But I needed to get the scales, which I don't weigh but maybe once a month. But we know if we're losing or gaining weight, right? Our clothes will tell us, and we know. We can feel every pound, actually. So, but you know, no, I don't plan to give up desserts for life. I might leave alcohol off of my dietary choices just because it's been so long without it. And, you know, I think there's more and more data coming out that says it's probably a good thing to leave it off. I don't know, not swearing to that. So chips, no, I'm not leaving them off for life. But I will remember that key word that we all need to know, and that my parents reminded me of so often, God rest their souls, and that is moderation. So when I go back to chips or sweets, I will remember that word and apply it. I promise, Mom and Dad. So I won't end up adding the pounds as easily as I did. All right, with that said, what in the heck do I eat? And how do I eat it? Well, first of all, I'm an intermittent faster. I go 16 hours without eating, and then for 8 hours I eat, usually for me, 2 large meals is what's in those 8 hours. I'm not big on snacking, but I'm going to cover that in this. And intermittent fasting, that's really for another video, but I will say it's been a great thing for me, and the data I read made it sound like it was a good thing for my whole body too. So it's worked for me for quite a few years now. So with that said, here is my list of favorite breakfast options. First and foremost, I guess, would be smoothies. I love smoothies. And so So many books out there, so much on the internet about for recipes for smoothies. So my favorite has a whole bunch of ingredients in it. My favorite has a nut milk, which for me is usually almond milk in smoothies. It has ice. It has chia seed, hemp heart, flax seed. It has blueberries, strawberries, banana. It has kale, lots of kale, because that's the only way I'll really eat it. And it has spinach in it as well. And oh yes, I'm forgetting the two main ingredients, or two key ingredients most days, are chocolate protein powder. There are many healthy ones out there, so look around for those as far as what's really in them. That can be a unpleasant surprise if you don't do your research well. So chocolate protein powder of the healthy kind, and peanut butter or almond butter, whatever your choice is. And don't forget PB2 powder, which reduces some of the caloric value of peanut butter but gives you the same nutrition. That's an option. So smoothies, steel cut oatmeals are another a favorite of mine. Again, I sweeten with fruit like bananas. I add strawberries and blueberries and walnuts, and back to the chia seeds and hemp hearts. So I load my oatmeal with healthy stuff. I don't add anything like sugar or agave or other things that might sweeten it, but that's a great meal, filling and healthy for us. So steel cut oats is another one. Pumpkin pancakes, always a special treat. Again, sweeten it however is right for you, whether that's fruit or maple syrup or whatever. It's a great occasional treat breakfast to have, and also very filling. I make a flourless pumpkin pancake I got from noracooks.com, and it's great. Really, really good. I do them on a griddle, and so if I use any butter, and I'm trying to reduce that, but I use, of course, a vegan butter. I love Earth Balance. So that is, let's see, is there anything else? If, of course, any good, healthy kind of cereal mixture, with pumpkin seeds and good fiber in it, not loaded with sugar, obviously, but also with fruit is a good option. If I'm really in a hurry, I will occasionally, I used to eat them more often than not, but I will occasionally have a protein bar for my breakfast / brunch meal, the way I eat. I try to avoid now anything processed, but I don't totally avoid it yet. Maybe one day. It's certainly kind of a goal, but realistically, life comes at us fast, and some days we just don't have time to spend a lot of time in the kitchen. And if we don't have something pre-prepared, then that's when I might grab the protein bar. I also will grab a good handful of crunchy chickpeas and a banana to go with it, and that will hold me pretty good. All right, so on to lunch or dinner. Again, I only eat 2 meals a day, so but what I'm going to share with you can obviously eat anytime it sounds good. But golly day, we have so many favorite plant-based meals that we've learned, but our favorites would be a sweet potato black bean burger that I also picked up from noracooks.com. Now, there are so many wonderful websites that are, there's one, She Who Glows. There's so many cookbooks. So you will have no trouble finding vegan plant-based recipes if you haven't started that journey yet. It's fun. It's endless options for us. But just don't be scared to take a recipe and make it your own. I don't measure that much in the kitchen. I throw in what I know we like. And I had to find that boldness, but vegan cooking brought me that boldness, and it's fun and it's delicious. So get your basic recipes perhaps online or whatever, but don't ever be scared of experimenting with your own touches. It will only make it better, I promise. So back to the sweet potato black bean burgers, maybe at the top of our list. There's a chickpea salad that I make with chickpeas, and I alter this recipe, but it's a vegan mayonnaise, which you can make yourself very easily with cashew nuts and other options as well. So vegan mayonnaise, crushed almonds, the chickpeas I mentioned. I put in a little Dijon mustard. I throw in nutritional yeast. I put in a little salt and pepper and lots of celery. And that is a delicious meal. You can make it as a sandwich. You can make it be one of your sides. You can make it, open up a big, beautiful tomato and stuff it with chickpea salad. Some people call it mock chicken salad, but hey, I don't know. It's chickpea salad. So it's delicious. So I hope you try that one. And I believe I also got that basic recipe from noracooks.com. Sounds like I'm getting something from her. No, I'm not. That would be nice, but no, I'm not. But that was one of my go-to sources when I first started down this path. So another one is vegan lasagna. Lots of recipes out there. It does, you can add vegan cheese if you choose, but it mainly can be made with lots of nutritional yeast and spinach in it and all sorts of good stuff that you may not eat individually, and tastes just like lasagna. And remember, they're non-bake or non-boil, is that the word? Lasagna noodles out there. That's what I use. Makes it a lot easier as well. Another favorite of ours is, of course, stir fry. We can stir fry almost anything, right? Served over brown rice or noodles or whatever. I love to marinate tempeh and tofu. I love that. Tofu, a new word. Have you ever tried tofu? Okay, tempeh. I love to marinate it and then bake it or stir fry it or air fry it is a great way. Let it marinate. You don't have to marinate overnight if you don't have the time. Just, 30 minutes or even less is fine. But you can throw all sorts of things into your marinade, from maple syrup to soy sauce, or if you want less salt, tamari sauce. And garlic, of course. I think I have it in about everything. Smoked paprika, whatever you want it to taste like. That's the beauty of tofu and tempeh, or tofu, my new word. But it's the beauty of it for absorbing the taste that you want to have your dish that you want in your dish. And again, saute it or air fry it or whatever. And then in my stir fries, of course, I throw in all the veggies that we want, always broccoli, onions, what am I trying to say? Mushrooms. And so onion, I usually have some onion in our stir fries. But again, that's what taste do you and your family like, and use it and concoct you up a concoction that becomes a favorite and a filling and a healthy one. I am also trying to use less and less oil, as Rip Esselton advises, and his dad. If you haven't seen any of his plantstrong.com podcast, again, no money here. Hey, Rip, I'd love some money here. But if you haven't, they're great podcasts. And I am trying to go totally oil-free, and I'm getting there. I'm really thinking about it. I'm more mindful about it now. And I've reduced the way I cook with oil and anything I might eat with oil tremendously. So again, all of this is an evolving journey. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect perfection. Or if you have a bad day and you slip up somehow, so what? Don't use it as an excuse to stop your plant-based journey. Please just say, hey, we are humans and we screw up, right? And so, just get back on track again. Tomorrow's a new day, and you don't even have to wait till tomorrow. Start now. Get back on track. We're just human. It's okay. So I'm not oil-free yet, Rip, but I am working on it, and I do agree it's a good thing to work on for me, okay? All right, guys, so let me just look at my notes here real quick. I've mentioned, I think, everything that burgers, somebody may say, where are burgers on your list? Veggie burgers. Well, our sweet potato black bean burgers are mainly our main burger. We have cut out doing Impossible Burgers and Beyond Burgers. We used to love them, but we finally figured out, or pretty quickly figured out, they did not sit well with our digestive system. And when we did some research, we figured out quickly why. I'm not here to beat up on them. It's just didn't work for my husband and myself digestively. Let's leave it at that. So we make our own burgers from scratch. And any meal you can make from scratch. That's another thing I'm leaning into, is more raw food meals. Again, folks, it's a journey. It's an individual one. Do what's right for you on your timing, not what someone else thinks should be your timing. I don't snack much, but there's so many things we can healthy snack on. Obviously, if you're not trying to lose a lot of weight, you can do a handful of healthy nuts, be that walnuts or almonds or crispy roasted chickpeas. Or, you can make your own trail mix kind of snack to grab. Apples with any kind of nut butter are wonderful if you like apples. Hummus and celery. There's just so many things to grab as a filling snack if you really need one before we go and reach for the protein bars or perhaps a sugary sweet snack. So as far as desserts, I've already mentioned up at the top of this video, I got in trouble eating too many desserts because there's so many and so good out there. I love making a decadent chocolate cake that's vegan, flourless brownies, chocolate chip cookies. You finally will find that recipe is just like the chocolate chip cookies you used to have your pre-vegan days. So don't give up. They're wonderful desserts to share with others who'll never know they're vegan, although tell them, let them know. But, they love them. The folks we've shared most of the desserts with really have appreciated and enjoyed them. So many options, folks. Banana pudding even, believe it or not. So many options. I hope this has helped you by my sharing what I eat. That's a question I get all the time, and I don't mind it at all, but I can honestly tell you that the last 5 years since I went full-time vegan have been the most delicious eating, the most nutritious eating for sure, and the most joyful. Really, truly, that may sound corny to some, but it's just been a joyful journey. And I hope when the time is right for you that you will start yours as well. In the meantime, at the end of this video, you will see one of Lao Shu's wonderful quotes that applies to our crazy world today, or at least I need to hear it often. I'm going to share it with you, but I usually kind of alter it a bit unintentionally, so the real quote's at the end of the video. But hope you share lots of smiles with lots of folks and that you receive a lot back yourself. You've certainly given me one today by visiting. So my quote I say often to myself, or Lao Shu's quote that I need to hear often, is nature never ever rushes, and yet everything gets done. So let's slow down, folks, and live each moment to the fullest and enjoy it to the fullest. Take care, and I am over and out.